dun 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 dun. I love Ryan just plays the intro and walks away. Oh, there he is. Oh. Nope. Good morning, Lauren. GM David. Blaze Helicopter Whiskey 3-9er. Help? Oh, well. That was because I have my... Is this intro still going? We need this intro to does it just keep going? Does it stop? Can you hear me, Doc? Everybody, we have this awesome background music. Here we go. Okay, it's on a loop. That's okay. We got Ryan, we got Dom, we got me. The vibes are high. I don't know anything about Niners. The 49ers. They're a football team. Brock Purdy. Oh man, what a great story. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant.
You're muted, Ryan. There you go.
Wasn't on loop, was it?
What?
Can you guys hold on? Why can't I hear anything? I'm all over the place this morning. Oh wait.
All good.
You guys
man.
keep talking.
Go ahead, Blaze.
Can you hear me? Mike?
Yep, you're good.
Mike? I think that's from the first ice age, maybe? Maybe not. I don't know.
Man.
What's up? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I was just in
October
the background
1st.
trying to turn that music off for you so you could talk.
Oh, thank you. Ryan, you look flustered. No? I think
A little bit.
you got the little stubble coming out. You're looking refined. And he's gone.
Are you in a garage, Blaze? Or near a garage?
I still haven't left the garage sale from the other day. No, I mean I'm like this is my garage.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to be at work at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and I won't be here, so I'm going in a little bit later today. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna ease into the day today. I'm gonna go to work right after this.
Nice.
I think we've been like diving into conversations and stuff, but I was thinking let's start with some gratitude today.
Yeah, you got one loaded?
Sitting out here in my driveway. Hey, Ryan.
You guys, I think I figured out the issue.
I love this cooler weather. Like, I think it's just and being in Rochester, it's just such a short window of like cool versus freezing. I think I get like maybe a month where it's sweater and jacket weather before I need like boots and coats and hats and gloves. So I'm just here for it. Maybe I'll get 2 months, but I'm just like, I love this cool weather. It's so nice. My wife hates it. She wants to be drenched. So that's my gratitude.
Nice. I don't know, man. I don't have one right now.
I got one.
Can I pick one for you?
Go, Ryan.
No. I got to do it. Look, Atomic.
That's an awesome
we know
hat.
in the community as can't get this angle right. I don't know what's going on. Atomic Coffee out of Iowa. Atomic Coffee Bar in particular. I asked him for this actually a bit ago because I wanted to highlight his coffee. He's been doing good. He has got a coffee bar out in Iowa, and I know he's really deep in the community right now. I think he holds some of the best cards for VeeFriends, all that. But he sent this mug. I got some golf tees over here. I got a snap bracelet. Look at that snap bracelet.
That's awesome.
Oh wait, hold on. 2 more things. Send some coffee over here. So we're gonna make some cold brew with this. We're gonna make some cold brew. We have a few things here: apple, citrus, and milk chocolate notes.
That sounds pretty good.
So I'm excited about that. And then look at these awesome like decals. I feel like when you have a business and like you're somewhat fun, you probably just start making a bunch of decals. But like the decals just look really awesome here. So Atomic, thank you so much for sending these over. You guys got to check out his website, see what he has got going on over in I just got like all of these. Like it's just got a ton.
Oh my gosh. Does anybody know his website, or can somebody type it in so we can highlight the comment?
Just to Atomic Coffee Bar, I believe is what it is. It's over in Iowa.
Nice.
So but you can order his coffee online. So we're rest of the week we're gonna make some cold brew. We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be pretty good. So
and then I'm gonna choose gratitude for Dom today. I think you got some cool cards yesterday, yeah?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean I was very I'm just a little flustered right now because I have a busy short week. And I let myself get very distracted in the Whatnot streams with Mr. Courage.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Whatnot streams for being so entertaining. But I think I'm gonna need to delete the app today.
I do that. I've done that a lot. Do you have your notifications on?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I've deleted. There's a couple of apps that I constantly am deleting. DraftKings, Whatnot. I think those are the two big ones. So,
do you guys feel like you need to delete it because of? It could be both, obviously, but is it more right now the time spent on it, or is it more because of the money that you're spending there?
Yeah. So usually it's time spent, but over the last like week or two, it has been a little bit more money. So I think I've spent enough money, and I think I've supported enough people, and kind of like joined enough. So I think now is a good time for maybe me to step away from it for a little bit and like just feel the FOMO and deal with it and work.
100%.
Do you feel as if it's a challenge to stay as involved in the community without spending money? Because I feel like this could be DraftKings. It could be within like a small group if you're doing like a fantasy football league, if you're not spending money, or maybe you don't feel like you're as up on NFL kind of stuff. That's the case. Or, Dom, maybe you feel as if you're not as tapped into what some people are doing, or you're not giving recognition enough if you're not paying. Do you feel there's a struggle with a community interaction without putting dollars forward? I have my answer, but I'm curious, what's your thought on that?
No, I've never really felt that way, because I've been in a lot of the streams, and I'm not one to spend a lot of money in them, but I still feel a part of the community and recognized for the most part. But I also feel like I've been in the streams and kind of not taken advantage, but enjoyed the entertainment of the streamers and the community without monetarily supporting them. So I kind of was at a place where I was like, okay, I've gone X long without spending any money on these guys and gals, and enjoying their free entertainment. So I needed some stuff. Like, I kind of organized my collection, and so I kind of tried to strategically get some things. And I think I got to that point where it's been enough. I've spent enough money for now, and spent way more time than I wanted to. And then, so I think it's okay. It just fell on a busy week is all, or a busy 2 weeks. So this year was a struggle.
Well, let's keep you accountable then to it. I think it'll be good to do that.
If you see me in the chat, kick me out.
I always see you in the chat, and I'm like, whoa, what's he doing right now? I feel like you're always giving a lot to the chat when you're in there, in terms of just like, I don't know, positive vibes and all that kind of stuff too. So I'm like, all right, he's like really tapped in right now. And so I never know if you're doing it from a place of desire or a place of you feel like you need to do it. So I don't know. But Blaze is the one who gave me the idea to just, well, it's not the idea, just the push. Be like, just delete that thing. Just delete it. Just get it off.
Well, I'm a big deleter. Like, I'm a big component of every like 3 to 6 months, you should just delete every email in your inbox, because if you haven't responded to it and you haven't addressed it, it's probably not that important. And if it really is important, someone will probably reach back out to you, or you'll get another reminder. So I know that might make some people faint, but like, think about those emails that you read the subject like over and over and over and over again, and then you never get back to it. Like, to me, like, an empty mailbox is a clean mind. I wish I could get my Gmail there, but there's just so much random shit. But like, my work email, I think I have like 20 emails, and I feel pretty good about it.
Got it.
Can I make an announcement?
Go for it.
Well, my family, I'm just kidding. We posted a new pod.
Wait, was there a joke there? What was the joke?
I was going to say, like, my family and I, like, you don't know what's going to happen after that. Are we having a baby? Are we buying a car? Are we getting a puppy? Or Heather and I going to live separate lives? You know, you don't know.
I feel like you could have gone deeper into the joke for a second.
Oh, yeah, but we only have 18 minutes left. But what I want to say is new podcast episodes out with David, D Cohen Man 300, right in the chat. I'm going to highlight him. So check him out. Great dad. If you guys don't know, I'm a very selfish person. So for me, I'm always trying to interview dads that have older kids, so I can try and like peel some knowledge and wisdom away from them. So it was really great getting to sit down with David last month, right before VCon or after VCon. I don't remember, but what specific day. But his podcast is in Spotify. Check it out and follow his stuff that we put on there too. So go listen to it. It's great pod.
Yeah, definitely some really good nuggets. I did learn, don't ask David if he's a grandfather. He doesn't love it right now. Yeah.
I have to go back and listen. I don't remember that piece, but now I feel vulnerable.
It's just a little bit. I feel like you asked me, like, well, are you great? Because like David's done a really great job of like bringing up his 3 girls, and I was listening back, and and Blaze, it was like definitely a question. I was like, yeah, I probably would ask that question at that moment, like in that way too. And Dave was like, why did everyone ask if I'm a grandfather? I I was like, well, hold on. That question was like completely appropriate. But I think that maybe David, I don't know if you agree with this. Maybe you just don't see yourself as a grandfather yet, from the point of view of where your life is and where your
Well, he's a
mindset
young
is.
looking guy too.
I think that might be what it is. And so it might be like, wait a second, are you telling me I look like a grandfather? Are you telling me that my kids should have given me a grandfather or a grandkid so far? But it was just funny because it was like the one moment that because I had to do some additional editing with the whole thing, and so I was listening to like every single nugget that you guys were sharing.
You could probably recite it back.
I probably could, but it did. It was getting David's podcast out was kind of the kink in my ability to get a lot done. So I'm glad I finally got out. So it was good.
Nath didn't kill. I want to bring in voice of the chat. Nath didn't kill any kids on this 13 kid adventure. That's awesome. That's it.
Wow, good job. That is pretty impressive. Karen Campbell's in the chat right now. Karen Campbell, where are you coming in from?
Is Karen Campbell Joanne?
The picture tells me no.
Oh.
But
you're right. I didn't look at the picture.
I didn't either.
I mean, but then again, anybody, I mean, you could totally catfish your way. Oh, is that Orion?
Oh, I know Orion.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Me and Orion are best whatnot friends.
I feel like whenever Orion is in a chat and then someone says Orion, like my ears perk up. But like I've been, oh yeah, Orion. You know what? I heard you recently. Are you in construction? I think you work outside. I think you recently said that you hate the outdoors, right? Or you hate the winter, rather, not the outdoors. I think someone who lives in Utah doesn't like the outdoors is kind of a strange person. But yeah, I think that's what you said.
How close are you to Zion Canyon? That's what I want to know.
Why you want to go there?
I'd love to do a VeeDads trip to Mount Zion. That's probably like the best trip I ever went on, was like going hiking through the slot canyons. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
Yeah, we went a couple of years back to the area, but we didn't go too deep through Zion. We didn't do our research, and we didn't realize how cold it was in November.
Oh yeah,
and we were not prepared for it, but it was still a fun trip.
When we went, someone said you have to rent walking sticks and walking boots, and it was like the best decision because we got like deep in that canyon.
Yeah.
All right, who read today?
I did.
Yep.
Did you guys listen?
Yeah, it's October 1st. It's a new month. I don't know what the month is. Is it resiliency? Building resiliency in your kids? Is that it?
It is. So it is new month, and it's very exciting. And I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just do this in case we have anyone new. It's so important. But the Daily Dad by Ryan Holiday, we are reading it daily. Daily. John's going to help me out here. It's a daily meditation at things that are all within modern psychology. Hold on, stay there. Stoicism and practical wisdom. Correct, Dom? That was the other one I was missing?
Yeah.
All right. So we got him. So we're coming together and just have that. And then every month there's a new theme. And so I was kind of excited to get to a new month. I don't know about you guys. I was kind of excited.
Well, that's because you don't like reading.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think I was ready for a new theme. Dom just sent me a book. You know what? This morning, like, it was just so crazy. There were so many things that, like, I went downstairs to go get one package, and I got like Atomic's package, which I wasn't expecting. Then Dom's package came, and I was opening everything up, and I had this like beautiful, like, romantic thought of like, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna really highlight everything everyone sent, and then I realized I couldn't, whatever. So it didn't happen. Anyway, Dom sent me a book by Ryan Holiday, and I audibly, out loud, I pulled the book out, and I held it in front of me and go, oh, all right, Dom, I'll read it. Because I was like, another book to read. Got it. I'll do it. But I thank you so much, Dom. Your package was awesome, and we have some really special stuff for the community. For our treasure chest, we're still figuring out exactly what it is, but we got some cool stuff coming out.
And I just want to call out Karen Campbell or anybody else. I do every first of the month. I try to shill that I have free copies of the Daily Dad on Audible. So if you want a free copy and you want to listen along with us, I'd love to give that to you. Just send me a DM on X, and I can send you a QR code to access the book for free through Audible. I'd love to do that for anyone.
Good man. Struggle and emerge.
Struggle and emerge. That's the title for the day, or that's the theme for the month?
That's the theme for October. So it's struggle and emerge, how to raise their resilience, which is a good one. I think that it's I think it's a question that a lot of us have. Blaze just faint. He's okay.
Wardrobe change.
Resilient Red Devil. If you guys like Blaze has extra hats for $75 each, including shipping. If you guys would like a Resilient Red Devil hat for yourself, please hit him up.
And if you guys don't know, there's a pocket here. I'm not going to pull it out right now, but that's where I put my Old Navy Super Cash, because you're always losing it, and then by the time you find it, it's already expired. So great place to keep any kinds of coupons. So there you go.
Good stuff.
Oh man, but so the reading today was about like your child's life should be good but not easy. And I just think about like how easy my kid's life is compared to how I grew up. Like, they can communicate with anyone whenever they want. They don't have to watch commercials. I'm a soft parent in some regards, and I bring them breakfast in bed almost every morning, or Louisa does. And I remember my dad used to yell at me a lot about brushing my teeth growing up, which is probably like a good thing because I have a lot of cavities, and then I defied him. But so I'm just thinking about all the things that I'm doing for my kids right now that maybe I need to make their life a little bit harder. I'm not saying they need to wake up every morning and make me eggs, but just some things that I'm thinking about from today's reading on how we still have to provide these opportunities for growth for our kids. Because if we do I think about those kids that I saw in the college dorms, like, I just remember kids like not knowing how to wash their own clothes. Like, and I had to be like, okay, you put the coins in, you put the laundry detergent in. Well, what about the whites and the blacks? And I'm like, I don't care about that kind of stuff, but I know a lot of people do. So maybe, or some people just wash their towels, but it was crazy. It was wild.
Yeah.
Tom, you had you've mentioned your childhood relationship with your parents in so many words in the past. Do you feel that you are that you grew up faster than you were ready for, or do you feel like you were? Tell me about how you feel about that, and tell me if I'm wrong too.
No, I feel like I had a pretty normal like growth through childhood. I don't feel like I was really rushed into anything. And I felt like because of what my parents, like, I'll give them this, like, I'll give them a lot of stuff, but definitely I felt like I did have a lot of struggles, or, not like struggles, like I wasn't in an abusive family, or like no sudden deaths or anything like that. But like I still had to fend for myself in certain ways. So like, I learned laundry early on, doing chores. Like I was allowed to go, out at any time after school and kind of, be unsupervised with friends and deal with all that stuff. So no, I think our, like, my childhood and like my generation, like, was allowed to have these, trials and tribulations to fend for ourselves while our parents worked. And I feel like, kind of going with what Blaze said, like our kids are growing up a little softer, and I think that's kind of the point of this reading and this day and maybe this month. Act as a trainer and endlessly manufacturing trials for the child. Kind of almost putting them in situations and giving them the freedom to work themselves through the situations versus stepping in and telling them how to fix everything. Now, I don't think me and my wife do a great job of that yet, but it's definitely something we work on here and there. But yeah.
I'm sorry, my mind was trying to figure out how Craig went from Top Gun and then Nate went all the way to Silence of the Lambs. I didn't really understand it. I'm sorry.
That is quite the transition.
I feel like I just
But
had a brain that I missed.
Negative ghostwriter. The pattern is full. But what I was gonna say was, building off of what Don was saying, is like, I just feel like when my parents were raising me, they didn't have to be as intentional because that's just how it was. Whereas I feel like I have to be more intentional now. And if you guys don't know, like, my son and I are battling for another month about lacrosse. And what I mean by that is just like him trying to stay motivated. Like, he's probably the youngest kid on the field, but he's also the mopiest. And he was just like dragging his body and he kept laying down on the field. And like, part of me wanted to go out there and like throw him in the air and be like, bro, stay on your feet. We don't lay in the field. But I tried to let the coaches do it. There was a couple of times I did pull him off the field just because he's really struggling. Like, he's trying to dig the lacrosse ball out of the grass like it's a shovel. And I'm like, bro, you have to treat it gently and just like sweep it up and keep walking. And then after practice, we took all of his gear off and we practiced like throws and scooping and that. And so, because he went from not doing anything with lacrosse to trying to learn how to play lacrosse with all this armor on. And so, but it was really good because we were intentful. And I just think about how I need to build that into other pieces where it's like, you have to have this like intent to build, sharpen, grow, learn. And I'm just thinking about all those things now.
Yeah, you know what, that moment, it's such a learning, like there's even older kids that are playing lacrosse that still don't know how to actually, get the ball off the ground. So I don't think that's like a weird thing by any means, but it does make me think of the thought, like, is somebody, I love when someone says, because I heard another parent say this, and then I said it, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I know that. I was like, I never heard it, but now I do. But don't stop the struggle. That's what someone said one time. They were referring to their watching their kid tie their shoes, and they said that he was talking about how his wife and him don't stop the struggle. Like, she was struggling to kind of tie her shoes. Now she's learned enough, but they both have really signed up to say, I'm not going to step in too early. I'm going to really see the struggle. And I definitely get it. I think it also starts, I have a couple thoughts if I can just rant for enough time to not take up too much time. But also, I think it starts for me when I start to think of two things. One is when my kids used to fall down in the park, I was like such the person, I think maybe it came from my dad, I don't know. But like, if my daughter fell down, either one, and she hurt herself, I was always the dad that would go so slowly to them, and I wouldn't want to pick them up because I was like, isn't this it? Like, aren't we supposed to teach them how to get up off the ground? Like, for me, it was this innate thing, like, don't run and pick them up, because the faster you do that, the more they think it's a problem, the more they're going to cry. Maybe I was being selfish. I don't want to hear them cry. But it was like, they're down the ground. There's no bone. There's no blood. They're okay, right? They're going to get back up. But I think that, and the other thing, which is a little bit unrelated, is because I was a little bit like this, but it wasn't bad at all whatsoever. I know my brother's in the chat, and Jason, I know I didn't send you the link today, another day, but but being a latchkey kid, was anyone else a latchkey kid when you were growing up? Do you guys?
I don't know what that means. Can you tell me what that means?
Yeah, so I never knew it was a thing, like a term, but a latchkey kid was like a kid coming home from school and like coming home to an empty house. But that sounds so negative, but like really it was just my parents were at work and we just got home from school before they did. So we would go in and we would make ourselves some food, or we would, turn the TV on, whatever we would do. I was thinking about that today. If our kid was sent home by themselves, I feel like ACS would be called. Like, that used to be a really normal thing. I mean, obviously you're older, but like, I think it was even in like middle school that like we would get home and our parents wouldn't be there. And it wasn't a weird thing. Like, we would just walk in, the bus would drop us off. We'd walk inside. We knew our parents weren't going to be home yet. Most of the time we were playing like sports after school, but then like those in between moments, like we would get home, they weren't there, but we just took care of ourselves. And I'm just thinking, how many kids could actually do that today? And how many people would actually be going to jail if they let their kids do that? It just seems like a weird thing. Maybe my kids are younger right now, so I'm not really in the right mindset, but I was thinking about that.
Well, I would love. I know you have a local social worker in your life. I'd love to hear her perspective on that.
Yeah, she's annoying though, but we should.
I thought she was tidy.
No, she's all good. She's. I love her. I love her so much. You know what I'm thinking now though? I'm thinking that like my perspective is coming from my kids being so much younger right now. But I don't know if your oldest daughter could end up going home without you guys and be able to. I don't know if she does that.
Yeah. They I'm trying to think. Like I know the oldest has for sure. I'm just trying to think if the middle one has, but no, I mean at the ages that they are right now. So my middle schooler is 11. She'll be 12. She'd be totally fine. I mean, she wouldn't do much or get much done, but my wife actually leaves her at home all the time, like just to take quick trips, she'll even leave her with the younger one. So they're all at the age where they're fine.
Yeah.
For us. I mean, but we also live in a very like remote, like suburb neighborhood. Like there's no traffic on our street, I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's not, and we know our neighbors and our neighbors know us. Like it's kind of a little different than living, in a city, like in Brooklyn or even where we used to live in El Segundo. But yeah, no, we'd be fine with it, and we do it not for like a long amount of times because I that's what I was. I was a latchkey kid, so like I would come home from school, and there'd be a couple hours until my mom got home from work, where it was just me and my sister alone. I can't recall like the exact grades, but I would say probably from like fifth grade on or something like that, fifth or sixth grade, maybe earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But I think earlier we lived like right across the street from school, so it's not like we had to go far. But yeah, I think they can. I think the kids can handle it. I think it's kind of like what your brother's saying a little bit here is like there's a little bit of like they're soft and we overparent, and I think it's more of like we overparent and the culture has made it like frowned upon to like leave your kids alone, but like at a certain point like you kind of got to leave them alone and let them fend for themselves. And I think that's what's this month and this reading is about, is like you got to let them learn this stuff, because eventually they're going to have to go be adults, and the sooner they start learning this stuff, the better off they're going to be in college, knowing how to do the laundry, like Blaze reference. So
I would love to figure out throughout this month, like some of those things that I'd love our kids to kind of know. But I kind of feel like it's one of those days where I feel like we can keep talking forever, but I do know that we try to stay on time. So we are at time right now, but it makes me more excited to keep the conversation going. I think we're going to do really good with that. I'm going to keep giving a shout out this week, probably to Atomic Coffee. So just thank you so much, Atomic, for sending some coffee over. I'm going to make some really cool cold brew throughout the week, and I'll share with you guys. So because we're all caffeinated, we need some energy in here, right? We're not all down just choosing energy drinks. We need some good stuff. So anyway. All right, guys. Blaze, you want to sign us out?
May your mugs stay filled with coffee and your hearts of gratitude. Everybody have the best Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. October 1st. Get it.
Steptober.
I like that. Oh, it's Inktober. DJ Coffin. Check him out. Love you. Bye.
See you.